In this video, we will see the implementation of list in Jupyter Notebook. I have created a Python notebook named list. We will be discussing and seeing the code implementation for list creation, indexing and slicing list, built-in list methods, nesting list, and list comprehension. So let's first start with list creation. So first I'm going to create a list of strings. So I will name it as my friends equal to square bracket. Then I will enter the name Wilhelm, comma, Saskia, comma, Sean, comma, and then Rakesh. So these are my friends. Now I'm going to display this. My friends, shift enter. So you can see this is the list created with the strings. Now we will try to create a list with the help of integers. So my marks equal to square brackets. Then we have 78, 52, 96. And then I will print this my, and I will put tab. So I get this my marks and then shift enter. So my marks is being displayed here. We can also create a list with mixed data type. So I can just do it like mixed data, mixed, mixed data. Okay. And here I will put all data types. Let's first put a string, hello, comma, then an integer, then a floating point number, floating point number 12.3, and then we can have a letter. Okay, let's say P. This is the mixed, tab, shift enter. So this is the list which is created from mixed data type. Now we will look into the indexing and slicing of the list. So if I want to access the first element of this mixed data type, so I'm going to put mixed data. Indexing always starts with 0. So it's going to display me the first element. So it is hello. Now, if I want to grab the element from index 1 and everything past it, okay? So I'm going to have to put this like mixed data, then the first index, because I want to grab element from index 1 to the everything till the end. So I will just put colon and then nothing else. So it's going to give us the elements like 404, 12.3, P. So these are the elements which are from the index 1 till the end. So indexing 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I want to grab the element, okay, up to index 3. So in that case, I'm going to use it like this. It should be start with colon and then 3. So it's going to give us all the element till index 3, but except index 3. So if you see here, the elements which are displayed are from the index 0 till 2. The last digit 3 is not included. So we have seen that hello 404 12.3 is being present, which are the index 0, 1, and 2 respectively. But the index 3 is being excluded. Similar way, if I want to display the elements from index 1 to 3. So what will happen? It is going to display the elements which are present at index 1, 2, but not at index 3. So our output will be 404 and 12.3. So always remember the last point, the last index is being excluded. Now, then we will look into how we can do the concatenation. So if I want to do the concatenation in list, we can use the plus operator. So I can just add a new element, new member, and shift enter. So you can see here, this new member is being added to this mixed data, but this is not permanent. Okay, if you display this, then still the mixed data contains these 4 elements. It has not added this new member. So in order to add it permanently, we need to do the assignment also, reassignment. So how I can do it? Mixed data equal to mixed data. Okay, then we will add to the plus symbol for concatenation, and then we will do this this adding permanently. adding permanently. Shift enter. Now we can see mixed data, shift enter. So this is being added to the list permanently. We can also do repetition, but for doing the repetition, we need the multiplication operation. So, so what will happen? It's going to repeat all the elements 2 times. But this is not added permanently to mixed data. Now there are some built-in methods for lists. So let's see. So first display our mixed data. So these are the items of our list. So first we will try to use the append method. So this append method is going to add the element in the end. So append item. Now I will display the mixed data. See, this element was being added in the end. So append method always adds the element in the end. Now next is the pop method. So I can use the pop method, mix data dot pop. Now if I want to pop the element which is present at index 2, so I will just use mix data dot pop 2. Okay, and then I will do enter. Then I will do mixed data. So you can see the element which was present at the index 2. Which was the element present at the index 2? 0, 1, 2. This 12.3 will be removed. Okay. And this is the now newly found mixed data. Okay. So if I want to store the popped item, okay, so we can do it like this. Item popped. Second item popped equal to we have mixed data dot pop method. Now please remember, if I don't specify the index here, okay, so by default the index will be -1. -1 index refers to the last item. -1 index refers to the last item. So the item popped here will be the last item from the list. So if I do shift enter, and then if I want to see which item was popped out, so it was append item. So this item will be removed. Now what is the new list? The modified list. This is the new modified list. So this is one of the method. Now let's see some of the other methods, like how we can one more thing is very much important, that if we try to access any element which is not present at that particular index. So let's say if I try to say mixed data 25, the element I want to access an element which is present at index 25. So what will happen? It's going to give me an error that list out of range, because there is no element which is present till 25. So elements are present at index 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. The other thing is, let me create a new list. So this list will contain numbers 12, 8, 14, 56, then let's say 27, and then 75. So this is the new list which is being created. Now, if I want to reverse the list, we will use the reverse. So it is going to reverse the arrangement. Now, if you see the new list, it's going to give us everything in a reverse order, 25, 27. Just it reverses the arrangement of the list. Okay. Now, if we want to arrange the list in a ascending order, so we are going to use new list dot sort method. So this is going to arrange your list in a ascending order. New list. So you can see here everything is in ascending order. But if you want to do it in a descending order, so then you have to use the same sort method, but inside this you have to use the word reverse equal to true. Then I'm going to print the new list, shift enter, and it's going to give me everything in a descending order. Okay, so this was about the built-in methods. Now, the next thing which we are going to look into is the nested list, how we can create a nested list. So I'm going to create 3 lists here. List, let's say list 1 is equal to, it contains element 10, 20, 30, 40. List 2 contain elements 50, 60, 70, 80. list 3 is equal to 90 comma 100 comma 110 comma 120. Okay, so these are the three lists which I have created. Now if I want to create a kind of a matrix out of list, so I can just use this matrix. So it's a kind of a nested list. Then I will put the list 1, okay, comma list 2. You can always use the tab to get the shortcuts, list 3, and then matrix, shift enter. So you can see this matrix is being created from all these three lists. Okay, basically it's a list nested list. Now if I want to access the first element of this list, so I can just use matrix 0, shift enter, so it's going to give me the first list. Okay, so basically the first item of this matrix is basically a list, or you can say the first item of this list, which is called as matrix, has the element which is also a list which contains items 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay, if I want to access the first element, okay, and the second item inside it, so I'm just going to do matrix 0 and the second item, okay, sorry, second item will be 1. Okay, shift enter, so it's going to give me the second item, okay, of the first item. Okay, so the first item is 10, 20, 30, and what is the second element? Second element is this 20. So this is how we can do kind of a nesting list, and we can access the element by specifying the indexes accordingly. Now the next thing, which is one of the most important feature of list, is list comprehensions. It's basically a concise way to create a new list by applying a transformation to each element of an existing iterable, or we can say a sequence. And then we can get the filtered results accordingly based on the condition which we have provided. So let's say if I have given numbers equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3, wait, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 and comma 10. Okay, so these are the numbers. This is the list which is created, but I want a list which is the squares of the even numbers, squares of the even numbers. So I'm just going to do apply the list comprehension, and I'm going to apply the condition. So it will be x square 2 for loop for x in numbers if x percentage 2 equal to 0. Okay, so this is going to give us, and then I'm going to display the squares. Let me do this, squares, and then shift enter. So we can see here we have been created list squares, okay, which is basically filtered out from the elements from the list of numbers. Okay, first it has taken out the even numbers, and then it has squared it. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so these are the even numbers, and then it has squared up to create a new list squares. Okay, so this was about list.